Hello, Paul from Click and Turn here again. Today I got a large lump of what I think might be walnut. I got it a little cheap because it has a dirty grate inclusion right the way through there, and it's as rotten as a pear. So anyway, let's have some fun turning that. I want to try and make a live edge bowl from this because it's a nice piece, but I'm a little afraid that some of the bark is already shrinking back from the wood, or the wood is shrinking back from the bark. I see some holes in there, so I'll drop a little bit of CA in there just to hopefully seal that up. I'd like to thank all the new subscribers. Obviously I started this channel not so long ago, and the subscribers are coming on through, reaching the heady heights of 200 soon. Well, I know, but just thank you for taking an interest and watching. I thoroughly appreciate it. I think what I'll do first is I'll find centre, and then I'll use one of my Forstner bits to drill through to the wood so that we can mount it on a plate. And then that will be nice and secure, and then we can start to turn in the bottom and see what we can do about this ugly inclusion, which is nearing the centre. So hopefully it won't impede too much, but if it is, we might be able to firm it up with a bit of sealer or super glue or CA and keep it included. One thing to note about the size of the hole is that I had to go down far enough to get to wood, but also the height of the wood on the side should just about clear the actual head of the lathe. So we'll find out in a bit. If not, I'll have to think about what I'm going to do about that. Well, it just wouldn't go on. It was rubbing against the head there, but it was only in one space, so I'm just going to take that back as we're not going to need it anyway. Sorry camera and viewer. Sorry, I meant that be in the plural, hoping that there'd be more than one viewer. Perfect. Hurrah! Let's just find where the centre point is, which is there. Yeah, that looks about right. So that's 500, and let's get some tools and let's square it off a little bit. Ugh. Just going to start nibbling away at the corners now. Well, that's a heck of an inclusion. We're going to lose a bit of height or depth to this bowl, and sloping in the sides, and hopefully we might bypass a bit of that, but leaving some of this sportedness around it as well, which will be a nice feature. It's cutting nice and cleanly. The eagle-eyed may have noticed I've got a bit more meat on my gouge these days, as I've been out and bought myself a whole bunch of new ones. A lot of them crown by make, and some of them slightly cheaper for some roughing out. This being a 5/8 Amazon special for very little price, but it's ideal for roughing out. Okay, we're getting there. These cracks are looking horrible. Okay, it's a bit of a horrible camera angle, but what we're just going to do is come down from the top so we don't flick the bark off, hopefully, and then we'll have to do something about filling those cracks. Alright, oh my word, look more! Ah! Righto, well we're just going to seal it up with some sanding sealer to firm up the end grain a bit, leave it for a while, and then we're going to CA all those cracks. Hopefully I've got enough black CA to deal with that. If not, I shall have to order some more and we'll have to come back to it. And I don't really want to do that because I want to get this out for a couple of weeks' time. Only by virtue of the fact that I'm off to Northern Ireland on a little holiday next week. Me and the missus cruising around Northern Ireland, seeing the sights. Should be nice. As is normally the way when I'm filming, the sun comes out for its rare appearance this time of year. I've just cleaned out the cracks. Some of them are huge, in preparation for some black CA. Well, the sun's gone in, so it makes lighting a bit easier. As you can see, there are quite a number of cracks. Always makes life a little bit challenging, but anyway. Quite a lot of cracks, done a bit of sanding, time for a bit of sealer, and hopefully we'll see the wood shining through. Right, this I've decided to make a mortise for mortise for this with my new tool. I've seen them on other YouTube channels and I thought I'd give it a go as it was going reasonably cheap, so let's try it out. Alrighty. Okay, let's remove the faceplate. Ta-da! Righto, let's plonk it on here. Hope my tenon was the right size. When I said tenon, I meant mortise. Wow, talk about the British weather. Suddenly turned into a very chilly, windy day. But I'll keep the door shut anyway. Righto, we want to be turning this and not remove the bark. Best laid plans and all that. But let's have a go. I'm going to be turning quite a lot of air for the first bit because I am turning this with odd height sides because I wanted the irregularity, not the uniformity. Me a few passes to find my tool of choice for this. There are absolutely loads of cracks on the inside. There's little wonder it hasn't blown apart yet, but I just want to make it a little bit thinner on the walls, not much, because I want it to remain quite a sturdy piece. So yeah, okay, let's carry on. Okay, the bark's still in contact. I'm getting closer to the wall. Okay, concentration's being taken over by middle-aged bladder control and a need for a cup of coffee. Well, it's still intact. Okay, see you in a minute. So the cracks are shining through again, so a bit more CA, but once again, as before, let's seal it up so that the CA doesn't make too much of a mess, in case you're wondering what that is sticking out the bottom. That's me Hoover, doubles up as an extractor fan. Well, the cracks are filled. Let's put a bit of sanding sealer on, shall we? Time for a bit more true grit. Nice. Well, I suppose the question has to be asked what I'm to do with the bark. I've got this little stainless steel brush, which seems to be the answer. Just to remove the loose debris. So I think let's do a bit of that. And then, what do I finish it with? I've got some shellac, it might be worth sticking a bit of that on it, see what happens. Okay, well I'll carry on with this for a minute. Oh, no chunks have come flying off. I think I'll finish it with some good old-fashioned Danish oil. Anyway, I'll dab it on the rim. Give it a little while to soak in and then wipe it off, because it will get sticky. But nobody's going to be putting their paws in the crevices of the bark, so can't see that that's going to make an awful lot of difference. That's that. So we've got enough to do the rest of it. Right, we'll let that soak in for 10 minutes and then we'll wipe the excess off. So let's wipe the excess off so that it doesn't go super sticky on us. little dab around the top. There, little thing. Let's have a little dab.